You are doing a disservice to yourself if you don't do this. So start thinking, what is the worst that can happen if I don't do this? What's up, y'all? My name is Ben, also known as the Fear Guy. Thank you for joining me. Today, let's talk about the fear of success, because you probably think you're afraid of failure, which is valid, but I'm going to tell you 4 reasons why you're probably afraid of success instead. So keep watching. Let's talk about the fear of success. Let's go. Number 1, you're afraid that getting what you want, attaining that dream, won't actually make you happy, which is a fear of success. So, this is someone who prefers the dream over taking action, because at least if you stay safe where you're at right now, at least you know this current life and you're not fulfilled. But what if actually getting the thing that you want so badly, what if that actually doesn't bring you the happiness that you want? That's scary. Like, that's real scary stuff. Loving reminder, you are guaranteeing your misery if you're staying where you're at. So if you choose to stay where you're at and not go after your dream, you are guaranteeing that you'll stay miserable. Loving reminder. Number 2, you're afraid that people are going to treat you differently, whether it's friends or family. They're going to treat you differently for being successful. And this is an example. I saw this all the time in my leadership roles in the corporate realm, where, you know, an entry-level employee, or not even an entry-level employee, just any employee that is deserving of a promotion, but they don't go for it, because they're afraid of what their peers are going to think of them. Will they think I've changed? Will they think I'm better than them? So that's a real fear of, I'm afraid that the success is going to change my relationships, that I will be judged by them, or they're going to think differently of me. Loving reminder that the real friends and family will support you in your success. Personally, for me, I only want people around me that are cheering me on for my progression and not for my stagnation. Number 3 is the responsibility of success. Success truly does come with a lot of responsibility, and some people want to stay where they're at because it's easier. I'll be honest, it's true. Like, if you truly want success, you're going to have to embrace that responsibility. I personally think there's not another option. I don't want to know, like, to me, it's my duty and responsibility in life, to my ancestors, to the generations who came before me. If I don't truly give my best and live life to my fullest potential, I am doing a disservice not only to generations, but to myself and to the people in this world. Because if I improve myself, then that literally improves the world. Like, think about it. Improving yourself is improving a small percentage of the world. A loving reminder is that we have a duty, we have a responsibility to give our best and to make the world better than we found it. Number 4, which is a little ironic, is that you will fail at being successful. Hear that again. You're worried about failing at being successful. So, like, what if you become successful, whatever you define that success as, what if you become successful and, like, you get rich and you lose all the money? What if you can't manage the people? What if you can't keep hitting the goal? What if you find someone that you love and then you lose them? What if? All these what ifs. Loving reminder that worrying is like praying for what you don't want. Worrying is robbing you of not only your present happiness, but your future happiness as well. Like, you're worried about a future that hasn't happened yet. So the one that you're worried about is just as real as one that could work perfectly for you. So you get to choose. Do I want to worry about one that... So both aren't real, remember. So what do I choose? Do I choose this one that makes me feel good or doesn't make me feel good? Both are just as unrealistic, but you get to choose which one you want to create. Alright, so now you're probably wondering, sweet Ben, you've told me what's the matter. You've told me about my issues, you've told me about my fears, but what's the fix? What do I do about this? Well, I will tell you. Think about what's the worst that can happen if you don't do this. So if you don't do the thing that you want so badly, think about what's the worst that can happen. We often think about what's the worst that can happen if I do it. Think about what's the worst that can happen if I don't do it. All right? There's that small, subtle difference. Instead of thinking about, oh my gosh, what's going to happen if I do this? Think about what is going to happen if I don't do this. Think about the worst case scenario. So if I'm an employee in a call center or sales organization or whatever, if I don't go for that promotion, if I don't go for that sale, if I don't ask for that payment, if I don't ask whatever, assume the sale, whatever your job is, you're going to stay exactly where you're at. You're not going to hit goal, you're not going to make more money, or you are trying to find the love of your life. Like, the worst that can happen is you not ending up with that person. The best that can happen is you end up with that person, right? So think about what is going to happen if you don't do it, and that is motivation enough to me to step into it. If I don't launch this membership, if I don't put out a video that I'm scared to do, I'm literally holding back my gifts from people who need it. So that is the worst that can happen. I'm literally doing a disservice to me and to the world if I don't do this. You are doing a disservice to yourself if you don't do this. So start thinking, what is the worst that can happen if I don't do this? Because that is much more detrimental than the fear that comes along with doing it. Man, if you want the wisdom and if you want the tools to live a fulfilling life, to live a life full of possibility and faith and love and freedom, then come join me and the other students at the Freedom School. We have weekly group coaching and weekly lessons, and you get exclusive content that you won't get on social media. The link is in the description. The link is in my bio. Check it out. Let's go. My name is Ben, the Fear Guy. I love you. I believe in you.